Marketing masterclass number one is the level system plus the power of large numbers. And the level system is something I want to share with you. And the power of large numbers, I want to share this because I think I've seen a lot of people, brand new and people that have been around, make comments about, oh, well, this person's doing better than me, or what is this person doing? Why am I not as successful, et cetera? And I think it's important that you see, like, it's a pretty simple reason why, and that that sometimes having large numbers working for you is a huge advantage. But first, mindset shift we want to adopt is how we approach our subscribers based on a level system. Okay. So before we dive into the nitty gritty of the level system, I want to look at a 30,000 foot view of what this subscriber levels are. Okay. So of course, first, let's talk about, we break down subscribers into 4 levels, pretty simple, level 1 through 4. And these are typically based on how much they have spent with us, right? So economically, how valuable they are to our business, but also there's other things that, like, by someone buying more, they also show how serious they are, which means I want to spend more of my time with them. All of you have invested a lot of money being a member of Full Stack. It's one of the reasons why I get excited about hanging out with you guys, because I know how serious you are. But before we dive into how we strategically approach each level, let's discuss for a moment, what are the major factors that affect which level an individual subscriber makes it to? Now, in a dream world, I would take all of my subscribers from level 1 to level 4. Right? Because I know that if I can get them to level 4, I have the best chance of getting them to reach the goal of at least $10,000 a month. But there are some forces and factors that are in place that are working against me that I at least need to address. And, the thing is, I'm never going to get 100% of people to level 4. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to get most people level 4. That's the truth. And that's okay. And that's why I want you guys to realize, when you see this, you're going to be like, okay, like, it's not that big of a deal if I had a list of a couple hundred people and I only made one front end sale type thing, because you're going to see how this all plays in together. So there's 2 types of factors that we want to think about when we're talking about what's stopping us from taking every person from level 1 to level 4. And I'm going to talk the details of what the difference between the levels are, but I want to look at it from a sort of a mental standpoint. So there's the internal part. There's how bad do they want to succeed? Do they believe in themselves? There's a long list. And a lot of this is like personal development, mindset. But the truth is that it doesn't matter how great my training is, my content is. If they're not willing to put in the work, I'm not going to be able to get them to level 4. If they don't really believe in themselves, it's going to be hard to get them to level 4. And that's okay. Not everybody's going to be there. But one of the cool things that I like about working with you guys is that, now look, do you guys ever doubt yourselves? Yeah, but I know how bad you want to succeed. I know how bad you want to succeed because you've invested not only the money, but you're here right now on this live training. And there's no better, greater, more valuable asset than your time and your energy. And you're dedicating that here, which makes me like, you're like a level 40 in my eyes. Okay. So internally, you guys are exactly what you're looking for in a subscriber. Okay. Not that we don't all struggle with stuff. We all have our own head trash, but the thing is that these factors, some of them we're not going to be able to circumvent, but it is something to consider when thinking about, okay, well, what's some of the value emails that I could send in between promotions? Well, maybe some mindset stuff, maybe some personal development. I'm not going to drill personal development into you because, frankly, Full Stack does an incredible job of weaving personal development into their training, second to none. And I think there's a reason why it's such a successful business too, is because they know that you got to work on people here too. And so something to consider about when you're thinking about, and we'll talk about the different levels, like, oh, what do I send? What do I promote? These kind of things. Don't forget about helping people get their minds right, because now you're not going to get everybody to get their mind right, but you can get a small percentage of them. And if you do help them have that mental win, if you will, all of a sudden they feel like, wow, that was a great recommendation by Tim or Tracy or whoever it is. I'm going to listen to them. And they're also, it's sort of a double whammy, they're in a better place mentally to be able to ascend the different levels. Now, externally is how much do they know, like, and trust you? Okay, this is the thing we can affect the most. We can affect the internal only so much. And, I tend to not focus as much on that, but I do sprinkle it in because I do realize that some people, they might like me, they might trust me, but they got their own hurdle going on in their mind. But for the most part, I'm like, okay, I know that if I can get as many people on my list to trust me, the money will take care of itself. I'm actually going to give you guys an article at the end of this session. I want you to read by next week. It's a short article that will drive this idea home. I think it's a really powerful concept. But when you think about this, you want to look at when you're trying to make money online, I would rather focus on how much trust can I build versus how much money can I get from people, okay? Because think about it this way. If, let's say I have a list of 100 subscribers that know, like, and trust me. I might have a bigger list, but let's just say I have 100 people that are like fans of mine, right? They know me, they like me, they trust me. If I recommend something to them, more often than not, they're going to purchase it because they know that they trust me and that I have their best interest at heart. Now, let's say Kala has a list of 1,000 people that know, like, and trust him. Okay. Now, if all else things were created equal, meaning like as long as my list wasn't like 100 billionaires, let's just say just normal people, Kala is going to be able to out earn me every single time, because when he puts a promotion in front of 1,000 people that trust him, and I put the same promotion of 100 people, he's going to make more money. It's just a numbers game, right? Now, doesn't mean I know a lot of people that have large email lists, are total crap to them, have no trust. And I've seen people like that get out earned by people with very small lists because they have just hyper trust with that, built with that list. Okay. So it's one of the reasons we call it small list, big profit, because having a huge list is not the thing. It's building that group of people that really trust you. And so that's why one of the reasons that I don't really sweat when people unsubscribe from me, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that anything wrong with them or anything wrong with me. It's just not everybody is going to fall into this category. And so I see a lot of people that are newer, they kind of stress out like people are unsubscribing. Okay, well, they're just not going to be in my fans group, okay? And we're going to talk about why I say fans, because in that article it talks about this concept of the difference between like subscribers and fans. And so if I can get them to this level, from a business perspective, they're going to be incredibly valuable to me. And I don't do it in a way where I'm like trying to manipulate, like I'm going to get their trust so I can sell them a bunch. No, I have my goal, right? My goal is $10,000 a month. That's where I'm trying to get into and beyond. And that's my focus. And I think that's one of the ways you can sort of hack gaining trust, if you will, is by having that focused goal where people will like realize, okay, this person stays on track. They only send me emails about stuff about list building and affiliate marketing, and they keep repeating this goal that they want to help me make $10,000 a month. I'll give you a quick little tangent here, but there is a really well-known copywriter. I'm on his email list, and his emails they're fantastic. They're great. But a few months ago, I guess he just got distracted and he really got into some of these conspiracy theories about vaccines and COVID. I don't care what your stance is on that. That's not the point of the story. But all of a sudden, all of his emails started coming about this. And I'm like, I did not sign up to your email list to read this crap. I want to hear about what you think about copywriting. And all of a sudden, a guy that I have really high respect for kind of lost some trust with, because I'm like, ugh, like stay in your lane, buddy. Like I'm not following you for that. And so, if he had a specific goal and stuck to it, he might have a goal, but he didn't stick to it. And all of a sudden, I think he turned off a lot of subscribers. And so if our focus really is how do I get the most amount of people to know, like, and trust me, more and more people will send up the levels and you will make more and more money. I find it personally a much easier mentality to focus on that than how do I make the most amount of money. I just let the money be a byproduct. Okay. Now, first, let's be clear on what our levels, or as we call them technically, like in GetResponse, we've mentioned them as segments, right? So I call them levels because I want to create the visual for you in your business. But when you go to like set them up and GetResponse, we may call them segments, just so we're clear. Okay. So level 1 are prospects. Okay. So this is someone who's a subscriber, but has yet to buy anything from you. And at this level, we focus on promoting what we call our level 2 products. Examples: simple affiliate system and online income system. Okay. That's level 1 is prospects. They've never bought anything from us. Level 2, front-end buyers. So this is someone who's bought one of your front-end products you promote. Simple affiliate system, online income system, somebody else's product, whatever it might be. And to them, and we're going to get into the details of literally, we're going to dive in each next couple of sessions. Like I'm going to do 2 sessions on each of these levels so you can see the nitty-gritty detail of what we're doing at these levels. But I'm just giving you the 30,000 foot view here and what these levels are. So level 2, you're going to promote to them your level 3 products, which is mainly what I call your core offer. So in your case, it's full stacks front-end products that are less than $100. So like the BLC, there's a few products. We have a $99 product, a $97 product. There's a couple different products that you can promote that are under $100 that essentially brings somebody into full stacks ecosystem. And you're going to see why, a very compelling reason why we do the simple affiliate system, online income system, those products first before we enter them into full stacks ecosystem. Okay. And then level 3, you get your full stack buyer. So this is someone who's bought one of those full stack front end products from you. By the way, I have a surprise for you in a few weeks on this. Talk about that in just a minute. And to them, you're going to promote your level 4 product, which is Elite. Now, full stack does the selling for you in this case. So with what you're doing, you're going to act more of a support system for your level 3 buyers. And like I said, don't worry about what's the nuances. We are going to get so deep in each level. It's going to make your head spin probably. And then level 4 is full stack elite buyers, someone who has gone elite with full stack. Okay. Now, mine looks pretty similar, like my levels. Only difference is, instead of necessarily putting them in full stack's core offer, I have my own core offer. But I sometimes think, man, it might be easier just to put people in a full stack. So, I might split off some and go down that route. But for you, with what you're doing with full stack, I recommend that to your front end buyers, you focus on putting people into the full stack ecosystem by putting them in the front end products, the ones that are less than $100. And then at that point, they're going to be a level 3. And then our focus is to essentially help them go elite, if you will. Okay.